Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. My hormones make me a nutcase. I hope you're all doing well.
Hello, hello. For those that are watching, hope we look good today. I made an effort.
You look lovely.
Thanks. I didn't make an effort, but we were all.
So today we're going to be talking about optimization. There's
Yeah,
kind
new
of
words.
I suppose it's a bit of a buzzword, isn't it, that's going around at the moment.
You taught me it last week, so I didn't even know what this was until you mentioned it last week. But yeah, it is. So you can explain it.
Oh gosh. Um, from what I understand it as, is it's like people trying to live the healthiest they can, but almost to the extreme,
Hmm.
if that kind of makes any sense whatsoever. I think, I mean, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon because literally this has been going all around social media, but there was a clip of Stephen Bartlett in one of his podcasts where he said about he had 3 glasses of wine, then has ruined his life for the next 3 days. And basically he didn't sleep as well, he didn't go to the gym. And it was talking about like how people have kind of lost that balance ultimately, and like you've got to be got to be at your peak all the time, essentially.
Hmm.
That's kind of what
Yeah,
that's
yeah, because essentially it's like we've all, oh, not all, but a lot of people have got watches now, aren't they? There's a lot of like stats driven things. Like back however long ago, no one would have a clue, like,
no.
oh, how well I slept last night, apart from, oh, I didn't get up, so I must have slept well, or I didn't toss and turn. Oh, I feel great. Like today I feel fantastic. Whereas like, oh, okay, last night I got up for a wee like 3 times. Like the baby woke me up. Like, oh, I feel like shit today. Like I must have not slept well. Like you
Mhm.
didn't have that thing. And I said to you, didn't I? It was really funny because like we were looking at like sleep scores and stuff. And on my watch last week, I think I never hit 100. I hit 100 a couple of times. Oh, well, fuck me. I woke up the next day and I felt like shit. I did not feel like I'd slept like 100 sleep score. Like, like that
Yeah.
should have been at like, in my eyes, it should have been about 40 because I tossed, turned, got up, did it, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I think it's having that, like, if you've got things like smartwatches and stuff, it's not taking them as gospel because, like, just because it says that you feel that good
Mhm.
doesn't mean you do. Like, I
100%.
know, like, for me, like, when I play football, like, my watch tells me I'm on like 95 for recovery. So I need to have a recovery day. But actually, the next day, I feel like if I've got football again, I'm going to go play football. I'm not going to go, oh, sorry, can't turn up to training because my watch tells me I need to recover. Like, but I
Yes.
also don't always feel shit the next day. And I feel like I can play again or I can run around, I don't feel like I need to have a rest day on
Yeah.
that specific day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there are days, aren't there, where you wake up and think, I just feel fine. Like I feel like I can. You might have planned a rest day and actually go, do you know what? I can do something today. Whereas some
Mm,
days you might plan to do a workout and go, I just do not have the minerals today, so I'm gonna take a rest day because that's how your body feels. And I think that's what the watches and the rings and whatever kind of thing that you use takes away. It takes away you actually just being in tune with your body because you rely on those metrics. We're all relying on those metrics so much rather than actually how do we feel within ourselves.
mm, yeah. And don't get me wrong, if he doesn't normally drink and he's had 3 glasses of wine, that might it might well write him off for the next 3 days because
Yeah,
his body's not used to it. Like if he's just doing like if he's at peak performance all the time, like and then he has that, yeah, it's gonna screw with him. So he is probably gonna feel like shit. It doesn't matter what his watch says.
no. But also, I'm sure he came out the other side. It's not like
Yeah,
it's ruined his life forever.
no, like I'm sure after that he slowly got back on it and he was like, all right, yeah. And
Yeah,
that's the thing, isn't it? It's like anything like that. Like for me and you, like I said in another one that I'm gonna go out this Friday. I don't normally go out drinking, but I'm gonna. So I've made sure I've got nothing planned for Saturday. just in case I feel like shit. So I
Yeah.
don't have to put pressure on myself to do anything.
Hmm.
Like, however, if I then on the day go, oh, actually, I feel okay, like then I will go and do something. I'm not going to go, oh, well, I had a couple of drinks yesterday, so I'm not going to move from my bed because I might wake up and go, oh, actually, I feel fine.
Yeah. Or you might go, I don't feel fine and I'm going to stay in my bed. But either way, whatever you feel is absolutely fine and you prepared
Yeah,
for it. And yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and I think it's like things like we don't just look at sleep, do we? Like on your watches and stuff. It's things like your steps too. Like when we went to Spain, my watch died before we went to Spain, didn't it? So I didn't have a watch for a whole month. And I mean, it's really freaking annoying when you want to know the time quickly and you haven't got a watch. That absolute ball ache. Like, but
Yeah.
as one of my clients, Karen, would say, she'd be like, just have a normal watch because it will
Yeah.
always be there. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, all right, but but like, I did find it less stressful not having it
Yeah.
in a certain way. I almost felt a bit free. But then when we went to the gym and that, I'm like, oh God, how long have I been in here? Like, I don't know. Like, how long has it taken us to do so and so? Because where like we train people all the time. I'm like, right, takes 10 minutes to do that, then I'll next 10 minutes we'll use that when I've not got a clock, it's a ball ache. But like, yeah, I'm not fussed about looking at calorie burn, which a lot of people are.
Yeah.
A lot of people will look at that.
Yeah. I don't look at the calorie burn. I'm not,
But
as I know I've done a good workout, I really don't care how many calories
yeah,
it's burnt, like it's irrelevant.
yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean. It is hard though, because I will like go in and make sure if sometimes I'm like, oh, I forgot to turn my workout off on my Aura ring, and then I'll make sure I like change it to no, I did finish within an hour rather than an hour and a half, and I like it all be right. But then I'm like, I
Mm,
never even go unless I know we're doing our steps at the moment and putting it into the group, but I unless that I would never go back last week and go, how many steps did I do on Tuesday? Or how long was my workout on
mm,
Tuesday? Or 3 months ago, how long was that? Like, I never would. The only time I would track those metrics is if I was trying to get better at running, for example, and trying to improve my speed or something like that.
mm.
Or when I was training for the marathon and I was doing how long I was going for and needed to know my distance and things like that. But everyday life, who cares what you did 3 months ago? Like, if you're tracking your weight, that's different, but that's not what you do on your um in your ring or your watch or whatever. That's, you're tracking that on an app or wherever you do that, and that's completely different. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because and if people forget to track their workout, that always also stresses people out too. But no one else is even looking at your watch, and like, in your head that you have done that workout. So why does it
Mm.
even matter that if it's not on there? But
Yeah,
we do just get so funny about it. It is strange.
yeah. I'll be like, oh, it won't show my Strava. People will think I've not done anything. Who the
Yeah.
hell do I think's watching me? Like the
Yeah.
odd person
Amy's
might like
done her
it,
workout
but
today. Yeah.
I finished, not done anything. Okay, cool. Like, I mean, I like having it on for football because I like seeing how far I run in football because then people go, oh my God, your stats for football. And I'm like, I know, right? Cool. But aside from that, like, and actually the odd walk that I've done, I've gone back to see how long it's taken me to do like 10 miles on a walk before because I'm like, I need to know how long that's going to take me to work out another walk in future.
Yeah.
But yeah, who essentially is watching? Like, who cares? Like, you do a workout in the gym, like, no one knows if you've lifted heavier or not, like, because you're not going to write that on those things. But yeah, it's funny how we can get really hung up on what a watch says. I went to a yoga class once and they were like, the woman was like, right, take all your watches off and stuff, because I don't know why you're going by how you feel off a watch. Like, your watch can't tell you how you feel. And I was like, you would be
True.
correct. It cannot.
Yeah. And I found as well, like you were saying, when you didn't have your watch in Spain, when I've gone for a run before without anything, it's so much more freeing than
Mm,
when you've got something, because you're constantly looking, oh, what's time? What's my pace? Like, oh, should I speed? Whereas when you just go out for a run with no intention, you finish it, you're like, oh, that was great. Whereas if you actually did feel great and then you looked at your watch and went, oh, well, I only did it in that time, then you probably feel disappointed. But actually, if you didn't really know the time or know the distance, you just go, oh, that was really good, and actually
yeah.
feel positive about it rather than let that look going, oh, well, that wasn't that good, and then let that bring you down.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had people before that are like, oh, well, I only did 2 miles. And I'm like, what do you mean you only did 2 miles? Like, 2 miles is far.
Yeah.
Like, only. Like, or they're like, yeah, but I know I can do three. Sometimes you can do two, you can do 1.5, you can do one. It doesn't really matter. You've gone out for a run, like at the end of the day. And I don't think we were so hung up before on stuff like that when we didn't have the ability to track that. I mean, I did find it was a ball ache when we were in Spain to keep putting my Strava on because I would still do that because I want to see how far I run. Like I don't give a shit about my pace or like how like I just want to know the distance so I know oh that'll only take me half an hour. Cool, I'll do that run again because I know it only takes me half an hour. But yeah, like you can get hyper fixated on metrics and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And I think you're so that you the yoga teacher was so right. Nothing is more important than just being in tune with your body and actually just knowing how you feel. Like again,
Mm.
this morning I woke up and I was like, I feel tired this morning. Like I felt like I slept quite well, but I just felt really like groggy. And then my thing was like, good sleep score, you're feeling good today. And I was like,
Hell no, I wasn't.
think for 100% right now, but okay. But I just take it with a pinch of salt now because I'm like, if it tells me I'm really recovered and feeling really good and I don't feel like that, then I'm like, well, I don't feel like that. So whatever. If I don't feel like I'm up to doing something that I was going to do, I won't do it if I'm not feeling up to it.
Mm.
I'm not going to let that number on my ring dictate to me.
Yeah, which I think people struggle with massively,
Yeah,
don't they?
yeah,
Yeah, but this is telling me this. Yeah, it might be, but it doesn't mean you feel like that. And I
no,
think that's what we've got to remember, isn't it? Like, yeah, it really doesn't. You need to see how you feel on that day just to double check. Yes, you can plan stuff out, but plans might change. Like, yeah, your watch doesn't know if you've got like, I don't know, hurt your toe and you're hobbling about. Like, you know?
no, exactly, exactly. It doesn't. It's not an all seeing, hearing. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Singing, dancing, woohoo, let's follow it. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's not. Like, um, I mean, there's good parts of like using it because like it can make you move more if you see, oh gosh, I've done
yeah,
no steps today. Like, oh, okay, maybe I should get up and move. I've been sat at my desk for like 10 hours. Like maybe I should do something 10 hours basically. Well, some people do.
yeah.
But um yeah, so they do have good things about them because without that, sometimes you could just be sat there the whole time, right?
Definitely. I think for some people it can be really helpful in that sense. Like for me, I usually go off like how much I've moved. Like I know that I've gone out for an hour's dog walk this morning. I know that I had a half an hour PT session earlier, which I walked on the treadmill for. I had another hour PT session this afternoon, and I walked on the hour for that. I know I'll take Fred out for probably 20 minutes, half an hour later. So like I know I've done half an hour on the bike earlier. So I've done quite a lot of movement today. So really, to me, I know I've done a lot of steps, but ultimately, I'm not that fussed about what number I've done stepwise because I'm happy and I know that I'll move my body without knowing that number. Like that number doesn't drive me. Whereas I think some people might need to see that and go, well, I'm only on 2,000 to then go, oh my gosh, I need to go and move. And I also appreciate a lot of people can't walk on a treadmill whilst they work. So I'm in a privileged
Mm.
position there where I can link that. But yeah, I think for me, I can just move. Whereas, yeah, or there are days where I don't, and then I think, oh yeah, actually, I haven't really moved that much today. I probably should go out and do something. So there are days where it does help me. But I think, yeah, for a lot of people, it can be a positive thing in the sense of like, yeah, come on, get up, go and do something, go and move, you know?
Yeah.
Um, whereas without that metric and maybe not seeing that, you might just think, well, nothing's logged. No one can see it. I don't see it.
Mm.
So I just won't do it. And then no one's going to know, you know?
Yeah. And it's so easy just to be like, oh, well, no one knows, like you say. So why do I need to bother if I can't see what's happening? And you get carried away with things, right? If you get engrossed in something at work or whatever, sometimes I think, oh, I've done loads of steps, and then I'll look and be like, oh, like I haven't moved as much as I actually thought I had done. Like, you could be like, oh, I've done the house cleaning and stuff, but actually for me, that's what I tidy my room. Like, but it's not as many, like, by the time I've done everything, I'm like, oh, it was only like 400 steps, right? Okay. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Like, it's
Mhm.
so easy to then in your brain think, okay, I've been out for like a 15-minute walk, and you think it's like in your head, you're going, oh, that's like 3,000 steps. But actually, it's not. Like, you feel like you might have done more than what you actually have. So it's good sometimes just to have it there, just to be like, no, come on. So it can increase productivity. It can obviously then have knock-on effects to your health as well. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And if you're someone that likes to see numbers and you get motivated by that, then it probably is a good thing for you, because if you're like, yes, I've hit my 10,000 steps, I'm good today, and that's kind of your driver, then yeah, that probably is a good thing. And that can help you feel better mentally and physically and all those other things as well. So yeah, there definitely are the positives to it. But I suppose where it gets like difficult is when we're overusing it and we're chasing that, trying to be perfect and trying to just be the best all of the time, and that's where the problems can come in, I think.
yeah, because that's never going to happen.
No.
You can't be your best all the time, especially as a woman. Like, just in general, your hormones will fuck you over for that one.
Yeah.
But like, you can't always be functioning on a high, because, well, it doesn't work like that, does it? Like,
No.
life is not like that at all. Like you say, one day you might sleep the same for 3 nights in a row, and every day you wake up feeling differently.
Exactly. We are just human beings, and we're not designed to be functioning at 100% perfect all the time. Like we're just not.
Not a thing.
No,
It's
it's
like the
not.
weather. The weather's not always perfect, is it? Like, the weather goes up and down all the time, and that's what we're
Or down.
like. But yeah, all down, more down. Yeah, absolutely. At the moment, look, we were raving about a frigging heat wave the other day, and now we've had rain ever since.
Oh
My
no,
God.
that was all our fault, wasn't it? We shouldn't have moaned about the weather, and then we would have been given all this rain. But anyway. But yeah, I
No, we
think
moaned about the weather. We don't add we in that.
okay,
We
me.
I did not
I
moan about the sun.
no, you did not moan about the sun. But yeah, I think as well, if say there's a day where you genuinely just don't feel very well, like you feel just not very well, and but you're like, oh, I really should just still get my 10,000 steps in, but actually your body is saying to you, you just need to actually sit on your bum today and just rest, maybe get up a couple of times, get a drink of water, eat some nourishing food, whatever. But actually your body, like, you're physically ill, so you need to, but you're thinking, but if I don't get my 10,000 steps, like, nothing is going to happen if you miss, if you're ill for 3 days and your body is genuinely telling you to just lay horizontally because that's what you need.
Mm.
Chasing those 10,000 steps is not going to help. Like, that is actually potentially going to make you feel worse, depending on what illness you've got, right? So in that sense, then if you're then going worrying about not hitting them, that can be detrimental to your health, because, or even if there is just one day where you think, I just want to have a lazy day, like, that is also fine. Like, if that's all the time, then obviously then you need to start motivating yourself to move a little bit more, right? But there are sometimes, like, there is just some days where I'm like, okay, I'm probably a little bit in that I like to get some kind of movement done, otherwise I go a bit crazy, and also have to walk the dog. So I don't really have like that let off where I can't go at all. But sometimes if you don't, like, it's not the end of the world. It really isn't.
Like you say, just, yeah. But again, it's balance, isn't it? And making
Yeah.
sure that it's not the norm that you never do anything, because otherwise you just get yourself stuck in a rut, and then your health metrics will go the other way.
Yeah, but out of like 4 weeks, if you've got 2 days where you didn't hit your 10,000 steps, like, that's
Yeah,
really not gonna make a difference. Like, if 2 days are the only days you got your 10,000 steps, then yeah. But the
different.
other way around, it's really not the end of the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah. It is hard though, isn't it? Because then, like, it's having that, or I think we have so much information thrown at us all the time. Like, there's something to do all the time, that we've forgotten what it's like to be bored. Like when we are just sat and not doing anything, we feel like we need to be productive. Like you're
Mhm.
like, oh, like I'm going out for a walk, or whilst I'm doing that, well, I could learn something and listen to a podcast, or I could do this, and I could, and it's the way of the world now, but that is stressful.
Mhm.
And we've forgotten how to be bored and that it's okay to be bored.
Mhm. Def
So that also then affects us, like with our health and well-being as well. Because like I know for me, I'm so bad at just sitting and doing nothing. Like, sitting and doing nothing would be like my worst night. It's my worst nightmare.
yeah.
However, getting better by reading the books. Is that better? Like I don't know. It's not
That is better.
technology.
That's still relaxing,
So
isn't it? Yeah.
okay. Um,
You
but
don't have to sit in the abyss and just sit and lay there and just literally stare at the ceiling. Do you know what I mean? Like, unless you're a
like
monk that does that for a living, you don't have to be doing stuff like that. But that is relaxing, though. If that relaxes you just to sit there and read your book, like, that's probably one of the best things that you
mm.
could do. And I wish I
Whereas like one day, one day.
one day.
But then there's like things like I would always listen to podcasts all the time when I go for a walk. I don't do that anymore. Like I very rarely put a podcast on. Like
Yeah.
because I would find like depending on what I was listening to, like if I were going to put a podcast on, I'll try and put something funny on because I feel like that just like takes my brain away from everything. Whereas like I went through a phase of always listening to like health things, money things, business things, and all of that. And all I was doing was clenching my teeth. Like, and by the end of it, the more I listened to them, the more my jaw would get worse. And I think, oh no, what am I doing at the moment that's making my jaw like that? Like, hmm. And then I stopped listening to the podcast, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's the podcast. Too much information coming in, and me trying to be better all the time, and it's too much because I'm trying to hit a I
Yeah.
don't know ceiling of some sort or the sky that I'm not going to reach tomorrow. And it just wasn't helping.
No, definitely. I think there's a way of like trying to improve yourself, which is always a positive thing. But if you're doing it too much, that can also, if you want to talk about, it can be detrimental as well. And I find like I like to listen to like I like to do one informative like podcast, maybe like at lunchtime I listened to Layla Hormozy. It was like a 20-minute thing. And if I then was to listen to another one and another one, and another one, I wouldn't remember what I'd listened to. Whereas I like to listen to that and I'll let that kind of settle in my brain. And then like little things I like remember and I go, oh, that was interesting. Whereas like, yeah, like you say, if you're constantly just feeding yourself information, how can that all go in anyway? Because it's just too much. Um,
Doesn't comes out in
and
the form of clenching your jaw.
yeah, yeah. And I think as well for people like me and you who do like to be a little bit more active and like be on the go, I think going for a walk without listening to something is probably one of the best things because you still feel like you're being productive in a way because you're like outside, but then you're outside in nature. You can kind of just listen to the birds. You can let your brain just think about stuff. And like that is, I think, a form of like active meditation. I like to think about it like that rather than,
Oh yeah, mm, absolutely. I feel like you can actually think about stuff, can't you?
yeah, yeah, definitely. And I've started to do like sound baths and then so do sound bath one week, breath work the other week, and like alternate between the two. Um, and that's really good as well because I always like nod off for like 10 minutes, but and then wake myself up snoring and I'm like, oh God. But there's always someone snoring next to me, so I'm like, it's fine.
I was just gonna say I couldn't do that. I would snore, and you just said you snore, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Love
people do. It's fine. No one cares. Um,
that.
but that's a really nice way as well, because again, you're like in a class, but you're kind of forced to just close your eyes and just do nothing and just listen to the music. And again, you're kind of like productive because you're in a class, but you're also just letting yourself switch off. So that's quite
Mm.
nice.
And then you come back and you're like, I don't want to do anything for the rest of the day.
No, that is true. That is true. But yeah, there's so many things now, aren't there? Like the cold plunges, the sauna, the red light therapy, the supplements. Like the world is constantly trying to bring things in to make yourself optimize, like better and better
It's
and better and better.
exhausting.
Yeah. Because I'm like, there's a sauna at my gym, and I'm like, how long should I be in the sauna for? That's actually going to
10
give me
minutes.
benefits. Yeah, but then you read something that tells you go in there, I'm just making this up, but three half an hours a week or something to act. And then you think, well, what's the point in me going in the sauna? And then I think, but I actually feel great when I sit in the sauna for 10 minutes and I come out and so like surely that's just a benefit. And then you start to overthink all of these things and you think, oh, God, it's so complicated. It's like maybe I just want to sit in the sauna for 10 minutes once in the week. And that if that makes me feel good or I enjoy that, then that's enough, you know?
Yeah.
Rather
Yeah,
than like,
and that's the thing, right? We make life so much more complicated
yeah,
than it actually needs to be.
yeah,
Like, it's not a case of can I eat this food? Can I eat that food? Can I eat this food? Like, you can eat most foods.
yeah.
That's fine. Don't take anything out. You're good. We just need to eat like a good amount for you.
Mhm.
Make sure you walk. Just move. Drink
Yeah,
some water. It's gonna keep you alive. Like, and hopefully get some strength training in there somewhere. But those three things, they're basic things to keep you alive. Like, we should just be doing those things, and no one is because everyone's like, but what supplement can I use to make my joints better? What can I do to do this? Can I take a magic pill to do? No, no, just do these three basic things first,
hmm,
and you'll feel a lot better. Like, stop adding in all these extra things that you need to be doing because you honestly don't need to be doing it. Yes, you can add things as you go. If you want to, you can make things harder once you've nailed the basics, but just stick to those things. Oh, well, that's obviously a decent amount of sleep, but like four basic things that you need to do to function
yeah,
that cavemen were probably doing back in the day, you
yeah.
know?
A lot of people aren't doing the fundamentals right or doing the fundamentals at all, but they're like, well, I do a cold plunge every morning for 10 minutes, but don't eat their vegetables. And it's like, well, you're probably better off to just eat your vegetables than do your cold plunge in the morning. Like,
Mm,
potentially. Do you know what I mean? Or it's like,
yeah,
oh, I take 5, 10 different supplements a day, but I don't eat enough protein. I don't eat my vegetables. I snack on chocolate all day. I get 2 hours of sleep each night. Well, those supplements are just a waste of time because if you're not doing all the other stuff right, what's the point? Like, there's no point trying to optimize yourself with all these little fluffy things on top when you're not doing the things that like you say, fundamentally keep you alive well.
mm, yeah,
It's crazy.
absolutely. Someone asks me, oh, well, can I eat bread? And I'm like, yeah. And then they have pie and chips for dinner. And I'm like, well, what vegetables? Have you had salad, vegetables with that pie and chips? No. I'm like, right. And you were right about eating a slice of bread.
Oh, I know the bread thing. So many people, oh, I would say almost 100% people go like about sandwiches, demonizing sandwiches, and I'm like, just eat a sandwich. It's not going to kill you.
Maybe you just need to do a whole series on different sandwiches that you've made in a week and eat them in front of people on your Instagram and be like, look, sandwiches are not making me fat or whatever people think sandwiches do. Fuck.
Wild. It is really wild. But yeah, they might not eat bread, but then they might just, I don't know, eat deep fried chicken every night.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
like just get some fruit and veg. Colour. Give me colour. If there's no
yeah,
colour on your plate, like, But
yeah.
it's those that yeah, it's those basics, isn't it? That yeah, we're worried, like you say, about optimizing ourselves, yet we're not doing the basics. Like, why would you follow what a watch says if you're not even doing the basics?
Hmm. Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
madness.
And I think as well, like life is meant to be enjoyed as well. And I know I briefly mentioned it. Did I mean, or maybe it was in a conversation?
It was in a conversation afterwards
Okay,
because we wrote it on the top of this thing
that
for
was
our
why.
notes. So
Yeah.
you mention it.
But yeah, I think I had kind of fallen a bit into that of not wanting to go to bed later than a certain time because I know I feel my best if I do that, and not wanting to drink at all because, alcohol isn't the best for you. And don't get me wrong, I still would go out and have dinners and little things like that and eat chocolate and little stuff, but I was definitely going to like that almost just losing myself a little bit. And I'm not saying you have to drink alcohol to like be you, but
Mm.
sometimes like it's nice to go on a night out and be with friends and maybe have a couple of drinks or not if you still have a good time without whatever. But I had a couple of nights out in May think it was May. And I just had a really, really good time and just really enjoyed socializing and had a couple of drinks. And it was just like I let my hair down a bit. And I was like, oh, do you know what? Actually, that stuff is really important as well because that makes you bond with your friends. It makes you have those connections. You look back and think, oh, that was a really funny time, or that was really enjoyable. And like if you're constantly trying to be your peak self, you're going to be missing out on all those experiences as well. Um, and then you're not really living, I suppose. That's kind of how I felt anyway about that. And it's kind of made me think, oh, I do just want to be a little bit more like just not someone go out drinking all the time now, but just doing more things that are a little bit more fun and just letting my hair down a bit more rather than trying to be like my best all of the time.
It's the bedtime thing though, isn't it? It's really difficult when you know, like, if I go to bed past 10, half 10 latest, I'm screwed the next day. Like, well and truly, like, oh man, please don't talk to me. But like, it's really difficult. But like you say, sometimes you are gonna go out, have fun, drink if you want, like, like do whatever, like, and feel like, yeah, it's embracing that social situation and actually enjoying it. Like, there's no point going out and doing all that if you're not having fun,
No,
like, or enjoying it, right? You've got to enjoy that moment. It's like we were saying before this, like, there is no point ever will I go out for dinner and feel guilty for what I've eaten
no.
because I've gone out, I've spent my money, I've earned my money to go and eat something like that. I maybe have a bad time with the food shit, but
Yeah,
like,
that's the worst.
that's not okay. However, I will never say order something like a main and a dessert and be like, oh God, I feel really guilty for eating that because I've enjoyed the social occasion, who I'm out with, I've enjoyed the food. It's all about enjoying yourself when you go out because, like you say, you've only got one life. Like, if you forever felt guilty for everything you ate, oh my God,
Mhm.
like just it's just not enjoyable, is it? Like, you
No,
go on holidays, yeah, you have some drinks. Don't worry about your calories when you go on holiday and stuff, unless you've got something at the end of it that you really need to prep for a bit different. But every day, Tom, Dick, and Harry, go on holiday, enjoy yourself, come back, go back into your normal routine.
yeah,
Just don't stress about it. Like, yes, your weight might have gone up and you might feel a bit sluggish in that first week and that, but you're gonna get back to it. Like, it will be fine. Like, I have never gone on holiday and not come back feeling like, oh my God. Like, I've always come back being a bit like, oh Jesus, like, I definitely need to get back into routine today because I've eaten more, eaten stuff I probably don't eat all the time, like maybe drunk some alcohol, like.
hmm.
But I always know I'm like, it's fine because in a couple of weeks I'll feel all right again.
Yeah, exactly. That's what holidays are for. Like, I'm so excited to go to, well, we're doing Austria, Croatia, and Italy, and I'm just really excited to eat a shit ton of pasta, pizza, truffle pasta, ice cream, more truffle pasta, and whatever else there is. And I just can't wait. And I'm going to eat it all. And yeah, I'll probably feel blur when I come home. And then I'll just get back into my normal routine and everything will be fine. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just remembering that. But it's also then just making sure you get back into a routine when you come back, right? Because that's what most people don't do. And that's why they then feel shit forever because they go, oh, I've been on holiday now. Oh, well, fuck it. What's the point?
yeah. Whereas I always just see it as like, well, I'm away for the week, so I'll enjoy it. But I always end up eating some healthy things whilst I'm away. Like I generally have a breakfast that's healthier because I actually just enjoy that.
Enjoy
Um,
it. Yeah.
yeah. Or I might end up having a smaller lunch, just generally I might have like a sandwich or something, and then I'll have something out for dinner. Like I actually don't just pick throughout the day or eat up. I generally have the three decent meals, but I probably just have more calorific meals and things like that. But once I get back home, it's not even a second thought to me. I'm already planned usually my week ahead for a week. You know what I'm trying to say. I've already planned for when I get home, basically, and then I just
Yeah.
get back into it. So it's not even really a thought of, well, let's continue. I would never do that, but I
Mm.
know people do. But anyway, yeah,
Yeah. So I think we need to start enjoying things a little bit more like what, yeah, like you don't want to just be going by things and just not enjoying anything you ever do, like, or saying no to, unless you're an athlete,
yeah,
saying no to everything. And when I say an athlete, like someone that's competing and it has to be like, so like when I'm in season, like I will not go out and drink alcohol.
Yeah,
Like if I do, I might have one, but like I won't do it because I know if I drink on a Friday, I'm fucked on a Sunday.
yeah. Well, there's different phases of life, and like you say, it depends what you've going on. And if you're actually in a stage of life where you're wanting to lose a bit of body fat and you're wanting to work on your goals, and maybe you're doing a 12-week program or something like that, then maybe in that 12 weeks you do have to focus a little bit more and you do have to be a little bit more disciplined. And that's the stage of life you're in. But then once you've completed that, um, maybe then you can go back to, again, we're not saying go out and drink every night and blah blah blah, but you might have that little bit more freedom again. So yeah, I think the thing is that you still want to enjoy life. It's just finding that balance, which I think people find really hard, and they're often trying to look for these suboptimal things. I don't even know if that's the right saying, but to help them feel their best when they haven't even focused on feeling good. And yeah, it is difficult, but it is definitely possible to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Most people actually don't even know what good feels like
No,
or
no,
what feeling good feels like. And that's why they can't understand why people like eating things like salads and I don't know, something with vegetables and all that stuff because they don't understand what good feels like because they haven't got the basics down.
yeah,
But once you know what good feels like, then you can start being like, all right, I know this makes me feel good, so maybe I'll keep doing a little bit more of this.
mhm,
Like, oh yeah, I might go out, but that's okay. But I'll gonna keep majority of the time doing this stuff that makes me feel good.
mhm.
And it's just like you say, getting that balance and understanding that balance. Once you felt good once, you're then like, all right, I want to feel like that a little bit more. But that doesn't mean you need to look at your watch for your watch to tell you whether you feel good or not.
No, you can like wake up in the morning, and I always lay there for a minute and go, how am I feeling? Bit tired, or I'm like, I feel all right this morning, or yeah, I feel good. Like you almost have that little bit of a check-in. And actually, I do have an app. What's it called? Clarity. And you do have like a little, you can just press on the little smiley face to see how you're feeling in the morning. And there's always a trend. So like when I'm due on my period and stuff, I'm always got more like straight smiles and like frowny faces rather than happy faces. And then the other parts of the month is probably more smiley faces. So I always know when that trend is. But I just really like it because it just gives you that moment to just check in and go, okay, this is how I'm feeling today. And that doesn't mean you're going to feel that all day, but it's just quite nice to have that bit of a reflection of like, okay, this is what's happening right now.
Mm. Yeah, because again, your day can go up and down, can't it? Like you might wake up and go, oh God, oh, I don't feel good. But once you've moved around for a bit, you're like, oh, okay, feel better now. This is
Yeah,
fine. Like I know the other day I felt crap all day until it hit about 4 o'clock, and then I suddenly was like, wow, I've got loads of energy. Where's this come from? Like, what's
yeah,
happening here? But like, and that could have been anything just because maybe I drank more water or something, got a bit more hydrated. Like
yeah.
those things have a massive impact. But yeah, it is funny. Like, yeah, you can't just necessarily go on how you feel in the morning, but it's good to definitely good to check in. I know like sometimes when I feel good in the morning, I'll like jump out of bed like wee like and other days I'll just be like, oh gosh, eyes are still shut, walking to the toilet, like, do I have
Yeah.
to?
I've actually noticed because I mean we are all dehydrated in the morning, and the last like so yesterday I didn't do it. The last week before I've done anything, brushed my teeth, washed my face, I've gone down, got a glass of water, and then whilst I've like washed my face, put in a little bit of makeup, and doing my hair, I've just drank that glass of water, and already by the time I finished that, I already feel so much more energized.
Mm.
And yesterday I didn't do it. And I went out for a walk in the morning and I just felt really just like dragging my feet the whole time. And then this morning I had a big glass of water and I went out and I was like, oh, I actually feel. So I'm not saying it's just the water, but if you do wake up feeling a little bit, like you are dehydrated because you have been asleep all night and you haven't drunk anything. So have a big glass
Mm.
of water rather than reaching for your 100 supplements. Have a glass of water.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes that makes a massive difference. I've always got my bottle on the side, and I'll always have someone to wake up. Because if
Yeah.
I don't, like, I feel like I wake up, well, I sleep with my mouth open, so my mouth is freaking dry, whatever. But like, yeah, I will always have my like a bit of water because I think, oh God, that makes you feel so much better. And then, like you say, because everyone is dehydrated. I had a client who was like, oh, like she had some tests done, and they said that she had these tests done in the morning, like 8 a.m., say like a blood test, and they said to her, oh, yeah, you're really dehydrated, and she was really sad, like really upset with herself. And I said, it was like 8 a.m. or something. But I think most of the frigging world's probably dehydrated at 8 a.m. because
Yeah,
you've just spent 10 hours asleep.
yeah,
Like, she drunk like nearly like 2 liters before 8 a.m. Not necessarily 2 liters, but do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're going to be somewhat dehydrated because you've not been drinking water all night.
exactly, exactly. Everyone
And
in the
it's just
world
like
is,
catch 22. Like, it's like, if you drink water too close to go to bed, like, I know if I drink water from like 9 o'clock, between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, you bet you've got me I'm nothing then. Whereas if I start drinking at like half 8, 9, okay, probably won't get up.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm usually seven, half seven, and then that's it for me. I stop. But it's
She's
whatever
still
like
like 8, 9
works.
in the night.
But yeah, I still get up, so I think my body's just conditioned to that. But yeah.
A bit too good. Need
Your
a bit too
sound
much.
is breaking up. That's weird.
Oh, are we good?
That's
Are we
better. It
back?
was going all crackly. Don't know why.
Oh, well, that's weird. I said it could be habitual. Like some people, it can be habitual for going to
Yeah.
the toilet. Um, but yeah, like we shouldn't be upset that we're dehydrated in the morning because if there's anyone that's not dehydrated in the morning, well, tell me what your secret is. Apart from drinking throughout the night, tell me what that secret is. Because
If your wee is like almost clear in the mornings and you've not drunk all night, I don't know what magic you're, unless you've got drip in you or something all night. Like,
yeah, no, I've detrapped.
yeah, that's another thing actually that people do, don't they? They get IV drips on stuff, which are again, I was listening to the other day, just such a waste of time as well. All it's doing is
Yeah,
hydrating you. People are getting, all these vitamins and stuff, which you just generally will just wee out. So, like, the only thing really that's probably making you feel better is the fact that it's hydrating you. It's just such a waste of money.
drink some water.
Yeah. I
Oh
mean, if
my
you
God, go.
are hungover, maybe get one. If you want to be hydrated quicker, just drink some water.
Oh. Right, so that makes sense because I've had people before that are like, oh, I get an IV drip and then it cures my hangover. I'm like, ah, now it makes sense because you're just getting hydrated. Like
Yeah.
they're probably putting some B vitamins in you quickly because you lose B vitamins when you drink. So cool. Yeah, I eat just Marmite on toast because that's got B vitamins. That makes me feel good too.
There you go. There you go. And also, it's a bit of the old, what's it called? Uh, oh, it's gonna annoy me. When it's like you think that you feel better,
Oh
when
yeah, it's like a placebo effect, isn't
placebo,
it?
that's what I was looking for. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, it's like a placebo. And actually, I was doing a bit of my menopause course the other day, and she was saying about all the fancy supplements, and most of it is just a complete waste. There's no need for it. But a lot of the times, people will get that placebo effect and they'll start feeling better. So she said, if they're taking it and they feel better because of placebo, then it still helped you. So at the end of the day, keep doing it. But a lot of the time, these things will be a placebo effect. So,
Mm.
and
It's like, did you ever go to any clubs where they used to like, you remember when the oxygen things were a thing in nightclubs?
no, I don't remember.
What? Oh my
No.
God. You know, like the oxygen mask that you go to hospital and they shove those things up your
Oh,
nose.
nose,
Yeah.
yeah.
They used to do them and they used to have the tanks. And then people would sit there and then they breathe in or whatever. And they'd be like, oh yeah, it's getting me really drunk. And I'm like, oh my God. Like people would pay for that. I'm like, one, I'm not shoving that thing up my nose. It's been up your nose. I don't know if they clean it. But two, seeing all the floating shit in this tank. Oh no, thank you. Not for me. But yeah, people, they used to, it was a thing for a bit. Like
Never
people would
thought
do it.
that.
But I
Interesting.
think, yeah. And I
Maybe just
suppose it's
more
like
oxygen.
people used to do like, yeah, I think because you've got more oxygen flowing around your body, it makes you probably feel a bit drunk. Like when you go outside and
Yeah,
then suddenly like, boff, oh my God, I'm so drunk, what happened?
yeah, yeah.
So it's the same thing. Like I used to have boys at college who used to shot tequila through their eyes, and I think because they're like, it gets in my bloodstream quicker, and I'm like, you're an idiot. They're like,
Yeah.
why don't you do it? And I'm like, I don't want makeup down my face, thank you. I also don't want to put tequila in my eye. I'm quite okay
No.
just drinking it, you know?
Yeah. Gets me drunk enough. I don't need to be shotting it through my eye. Like, what?
Me blind. Why would I want to put alcohol in my eye? Like, you're an
Exactly.
idiot. Like, oh my God. But it's all these little things that, people do because they think it's going to make things like drunk quicker, hydrated quicker, make them feel better and all that. It's all a fad. Stop it.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Yeah. Anyway, I suppose, yeah, wrap up there.
Absolutely. I mean, have we got any last takeaways? I don't think so. Just nail the basics.
Yeah,
Stop taking your watch as gospel. Use it as a guide,
yeah.
like things should be used for. You know how you feel.
Hmm.
Base each day on how you feel and go from there.
That's it. Still
And
enjoy
that one
life.
glass of wine, also, that one glass of wine's not going to write you off for 10 days.
Exactly. Exactly. Might ruin your life for 3, but anyway.
It's fine. Just make it worth it.
If you had a good time, then it's worth it. Exactly. If you made good memories and you enjoyed yourself, then and you were safe or whatever, then fair play.
Exactly that.
Right. Well, thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope you found that helpful. And if you do want to reach out to us, please message us or reach out on our socials, or you can email us at bitgirlswhoeat93@gmail.com. Please let us know if you have anything you want us to discuss, and we will catch you in the next one.
We will. And you can now watch us on YouTube, just in
Yes.
case you didn't want to just hear our voices, you wanted to look at our pretty faces too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, subscribe, follow, do all that shit. But you'll find that on the link on our
Will you put it below?
Instagrams every now and then when we put up. And yeah, maybe I'll put it below somewhere. Of course,
Yeah,
or
put it in the
above. I don't know where
description.
it goes.
Probably
I
put it in the
will.
description, a link to it, to your
Yeah,
YouTube. Yeah,
we'll do that. And then you can watch us too.
amazing. Cool. All right, see you later,
Awesome.
guys.
See ya. Bye.